Well, 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 look who it is. Well, 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 look who it is. Hey guys, Mr. C here, and today we're going to talk about the cross-legged glute and hip stretch. There's a lot going on in this video, so I'm just going to play it as usual, and you guys can watch and see what's going on. Then we'll rewind the tape, and we will do it all over again. One's from the front, next one's from the side. A lot going on here. Okay, so that is the stretch in a nutshell. First thing that you're going to do is you're going to be sitting on the ground, hands behind you, feet flat on the ground, and what you will be doing is you're going to cross your legs. Let me just rewind it because it's something super critical that happens here. Watch what happens to this leg in order for me to get my legs crossed. So I have stretched out this leg right over here, and what that's going to do is allow this hip to come around and put my foot on top of my knee. And then I bring it back up to my chest because that is what I can do. Now, if you cannot do that, keep your knee down where it was until you feel that stretch. This is where I feel a stretch, so that's where I'm going to go in this one right here. Important to note where your limits are and do not overextend your limits. That's how injuries happen. We're just stretching here today. This should feel good. This shouldn't hurt. So now what I've actually done there is I've actually scooted my bottom towards my, towards my ankle right there. And what that's doing is that's closing off this hip or this knee angle right here, and it's pressing my knee closer to my chest, and I'm going to get a nice stretch in this hip that is down off the ground right over here. You're going to hold this for 30 seconds as usual. Let's see a side view now. Now you can see the crossover. I scoot my bottom towards my foot a little bit here. Now, before we get into the next thing, I just want to note that you're going to need some support with your hands. If it's too much and you need to come out of it, use your hands to help lift your bottom up and out of it. Slide your foot forward. Find the area where you feel the stretch best. Now, what happens next is we'll rewind and let it play. You'll notice that this is different from what the front view was. So what this is, I call this exploring your corners. This is taking just a regular old boring stretch and turning it up for the 21st century. We are rocking to one side, and that is going to get a little stretch in the leg that we're not even working right there, okay? Next up, we're going the opposite way, and it's going to do the exact same thing as well. It's important to do these, figure out where your limitations are on each corner, and maybe you progress to that corner, push where the stretch feels as the weeks go by, in the left corner, the right corner, wherever. Maybe you throw a little rotation in with your torso to get a deeper stretch if this isn't enough. But these are all things that you can play around with when you're doing your stretch right here. Again, we're only holding for about 30 seconds before we come out of it. Once more in full speed. I rush this a little bit. I do not hold it for 30 seconds, but that's okay. From the side this time. Regular stretch. Here come the corners, to the left, to the right. And it's important to note that this rotation from the left and the right, it doesn't have to be a static hold. You can go side to side at the speed that I went. I wouldn't go too much faster than that because then you're changing what you're doing and opening yourself up to injury. So stay safe, have fun with this stretch, and figure out where your corners are if the regular old boring stretch is not enough for you. Have fun, guys.